For a long time, quiet luxury has had a very specific, kind of boring look. Soft neutrals, tone-on-tone rooms, everything carefully chosen and slightly understated. The kind of spaces that feel calm and curated, but also start to blur together once you've seen enough of them. Lately, I've been having the same conversation with clients over and over again. They want homes that feel timeless and easy to live in, but they also want them to feel personal, layered, and unmistakably theirs, not like a beautifully neutral house pulled straight from Pinterest. That is where color finally comes back into the picture, not in a loud or trend-driven way, but in a grounded, confident way that adds depth and soul without disrupting the calm. Hey everyone, I'm Leslie Myrick, interior designer and business coach. I design personality-driven forever homes for professional families in the Middle Georgia area and beyond. So why is the concept of colorful luxury becoming so popular? Because we are all tired of playing it safe. White walls, beige sofas, neutral on neutral decisions that technically work, but really don't say anything about the people that live there. This trend is on its way out. When color's used well, it reads as confidence. Choosing a deep green, moody blue, warm clay tone, that changes the energy of a room because it feels intentional and self-assured rather than cautious. This isn't about making a statement just to make one. Colorful quiet luxury is elevated, edited, and thoughtful, with rooms that still feel calm and livable, but have much more presence and depth than the all-neutral spaces we've been seeing for the past few years. Confident color doesn't have to be loud. In this kitchen, blue-green tile, warm walnut, and soft neutrals work together to create a space that feels calm, elevated, and still deeply livable. Good color does not start with a single paint chip taped to the wall. It starts with undertones, contrast, how colors behave together across a space, because a green that leans warm will feel completely different next to walnut than it will to a gray stone. Texture also plays a huge role here, and it's the difference between a room that feels rich and one that just feels busy. The same color on velvet, plaster, or wood will read softer, deeper, and more layered than it ever will on just a flat painted wall. Restraint is what holds this all together. Not every surface needs to be bold, and not every piece can be special. Strong color needs quieter moments around it so it can breathe. And when a room starts to feel like it's doing too much, the solution is almost always editing and pulling back rather than adding. Certain hues consistently show up in our design projects that feel elevated and timeless. Teal and deep green continue to be favorites because they're grounding and flexible and somehow manage to feel classic without being boring. They work just as well in a kitchen or office as they do in a living room or bedroom, and they anchor a space without taking it over. Warm clay and terracotta tones are another go-to, especially paired with plaster walls, natural stone, or walnut woods. These colors add warmth and softness while still feeling grown-up and refined and not trendy. Soft pinks and complex neutrals are also having kind of a moment. Dusty rose, mineral beige, and warm grayish bring warmth without feeling sweet or safe, and they tend to age really well. What all of these colors have in common is complexity. They don't feel brand new or too saturated. They feel like they've been around a while, which is often what makes them feel luxurious. Colorful quiet luxury is richness without noise. Color shows up in a few intentional places through art, upholstery, rugs, or paint, and it does its job without competing for attention. The space still feels calm and edited, it just has more personality and more soul. One final thought. The homes that feel the most luxurious to me aren't the most neutral or even the most expensive. They're the ones where every choice feels considered and intentional, even if you can't immediately put your finger on why. Quiet luxury was never about disappearing into the background. It was always about confidence, quality, and restraint. Color just makes that confidence visible. If your home feels calm but a little flat, color might be the missing layer. When it's done well, color doesn't shout, it just quietly makes everything better. If you're planning a renovation, addition, or whole home project and want a home that feels calm, layered, and truly yours, this is exactly the kind of work I do. Inquire at lesliemyrick.com to start the conversation and see if we're the right fit.